DJC Radio Global is proud to announce Special Generation. Welcome to the show, guys.
Appreciate
Hey,
you.
good to be here, man.
Yes.
That's right.
Thank you so much. I want to thank you for gracing the platform of DJC Radio Global. If you don't know, this is a indie artist support network. We've been doing this for more than 2 decades, and we continue to serve the public and the people. And now we have a special group like yourself with another great show. So what I like to do, I like to start from the beginning. I want you guys to introduce yourselves one by one and tell us your background, and then we'll take it from there.
What's up? Go ahead, Quay.
Okay.
All right. we routine with it. Well, let me start with me. I'm Kendrick Washington. Man, music has always been my love, man. We born and raised out of Florida.
Okay.
St. Pete, Florida. That's where we all met up at. Man, I would say, just to make it short and brief, I think I would be the baritone in the group. So,
Yeah.
All right. So that's Kendrick. Who's next?
Go ahead, Quay.
You guys too much.
My name is Marquette. Yeah, like Ken said, though, we started off in Florida, St. Pete, a little small town. Not much talent was coming out there back then. So we hustled and bustled and nightly sweats in the garage, and it all paid off. So yeah, we put work in for a long time before we actually got out there and made records. So we paid dues for it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Last but not least,
Fernando, Chip Carter. Because a lot of people that really know me from St. Petersburg, if I say Fernando, they're gonna be like, "What? That's Chip. Your name Chip." But yeah, man, just like the fella said, man. Born and raised, man, in St. Petersburg, Florida. Lived in upstate New York for a while as a kid. Moved back to Florida. Man, and met my guys, man, and man, we've been singing ever since, man.
Got you. Now, when did you guys all meet? How did the group come together?
Oh man, Ken, you want to start this thing off with that?
Man,
when you met?
Well, yeah, I can say, man, we met. Put it this way, I was riding on his handlebars, his 3-wheel bicycle, going to high school.
Wow.
So it was a connection in high school.
Nice.
We all had a niche for wanting to be out of trouble and really wanting to form a group. I wanted to form a group and didn't really have a name at the time.
Okay.
But running into Chip would say he was like a world-known entertainer in high school. Everybody knew who he was, and I said he would be the perfect person, man.
Nice.
And when I got with Chip, he's like, "Man, we got this." He said, "I got New Edition down pat." So and that's how we first, high school, hanging out together, man, and staying out of trouble. And we needed some more members, of course, and we linked up with Marquette. Chip knew Marquette.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Chip, you can tell the rest from that. When you brought Quet in.
Oh man. Wow. Because like Ken was saying, at high school, man, because the women, you played sports.
Yes.
I did that too. I played football too. But if you can sing,
exactly.
and so we were going around high school singing, and the women was like just hanging around. And it was the pretty ones hanging around. So it was like, man, we need to do this.
Yes.
Hey,
so
I was singing Ready for the World every day.
Right. Thank you. So pretty much, man, me and Ken, we kind of started singing in high school. So what we did was it was a special thing that was happening at a church that our parents were going to. I think who was the special guest?
Jesse Jackson.
Jesse Jackson was the special guest, man. And we went to church and we saw Jesse. And after church, man, that's when we met up with Quet. Man, we was out on the side of the church. He was like, man, well, sing something for us, man. And man, he started singing. I was like, yep, that's it right there. That's gonna work right.
Hey, he sounded so good. I think he did a spin too. He was spinning around one time. I was like, yep.
Oh yeah. Yep, he gonna work. And that's how we got Marquette in the group, and that's how Marquette joined the group. Then after that, man, I think Charlie, Mr. High Note Charlie Salter was the next person that we got in the group. We kind of auditioned him, and we was like, okay, that's the high man right there. He gonna be singing all the high notes right there, Charlie.
Nice.
Yeah. And then we had like a lot of other people that kind of like, it was 4 of us for a while.
Okay.
But we always wanted 5, A
quintet.
And yeah, exactly. And then we finally got the right person in the group when Maurice Dowdell joined the group. He had that older sound, and he just mixed well with us, and that's how we got Maurice in the group. He was the last one to join before we met, Mr. Hammer. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kendrick.
I just want to add to that. After that, getting the 4 of us, we we made sure we met up at 5 o'clock after school in my garage.
Yes.
And man, let's get busy with these steps. Let's get busy with these harmonies. Let's put in the work, man.
Yeah.
For years.
We were in there for at least about 5-6 years, just drilling.
Sweating.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up, stop. So you guys were actually like practicing 5 to 6 years before you came out?
Oh, we was a group already before Hammer.
We were the group, yes.
All right, got you. Now, individually, how did you guys become singers? How did you guys create your voice? Individually, what did you guys do? Or was it just like a natural thing?
Well, what I did, I'm going to go ahead and go first, man, because I'm going to be honest with you. Them 4 other guys in the group, man, I was on my tippy toes just trying to hang with them dudes. But what I'm getting my brothers their props, man. Them some talented brothers, man. But man, my uncle, man, had a lot of albums, man.
Okay.
And I would always listen to, it's crazy because music just moved me like that. When I was young, when I was a kid, man, music just moved me.
It moved everywhere.
And I said, you know what? One day I'm gonna be a singer. And I remember telling my stepmom that, and she would always say that. She would always pick at me because that's when I came back from upstate New York, and she said I sounded like this. I'm gonna imitate her. She said, I said, one day I'm gonna go to Hollywood and I'm gonna be a singer, and that's what I sounded like, right? And it's crazy because I'll go back to my uncle's records, man, and I would just play all of his records, man, like Lakeside, the Jacksons, and I would listen to all this stuff, man, and that's what kind of got me into wanting to be a singer, man.
Got you.
You know, and that's how kind of go ahead.
So how did you work on your voice though? What did you do?
Oh, I just listened to everybody else, man. I listened to Ralph Tresvant. I listened to Bobby. Man, I listened to the Temptations.
Well, listen.
I listened to different people, man.
I listen to Luther all day. I don't sound like Luther.
I tell it.
I get what you saying.
No, I tell it.
You
but for
myself,
for myself, my uncle was a musician. He had his own band,
Gotcha.
and I picked up by just watching him. And he was one of the ones that influenced me to get the mic in my hands and wanted to form a group, wanted to travel because I was inspired. But who helped us was this man. Remember the guy in the neighborhood?
Joe.
Nice.
Joe. Who took us under his wing in his garage and taught us basic harmony. Taught us basic keys and notes.
That's what I wanted to hear.
And when we were flat, and sing in unison. And really, it's a difference to sing in person, but it's also even harder to do it in a recording studio.
Yes.
So you really have to watch your notes. And he taught us how to breathe by holding notes and how to not outshine the lead singer. And we were drilled with this guy, Joe, man. It was an older man, and he really took us on our wings. That's you know what? The cool thing about it, he didn't ask for a dime.
Yeah.
You know, and that was a blessing, man, for us.
That is like priceless, because nowadays everybody wants to dine for anything. So, but let's shout out a few people that are on the in the chat room. Shout out to BT Media Group, my man Jeff.
Oh yes, what's up, Jeff?
What's going on, baby?
Big shout out to my girl Lady Miz. You guys were already on her show, Lady Miz.
Yes.
Big shout out to Lady Miz. Big shout out to Kim Roper on the check-in. Big shout out to Bo Gadowa. That's my man Bo out there in Florida. He's in your neck of the woods. Big shout out to DJC Radio Global Records recording artist Al J from Mama Day Goes That Man.
All right.
Check in. And guys, if you see me looking to the side, it's because I have my phone and I'm sharing. So don't think I'm not listening to what you're saying. Everybody here, please share. All right, so let's continue. We have Special Generation. These guys are dope as hell, and there's some good souls. I could just feel it. You guys are great people. So where are the other two members?
Man, I just talked to Charlie yesterday, man. You know, these are they're still with us, but Charlie is owns a more of a company that really ties up a lot of his time.
Okay,
but they still here with us, man.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Now, we spoke about how you guys met, and you know, you guys told us about the church. Give us some of the other places that you guys sang as a group together back in the beginning.
Oh wow!
If you can remember,
Enoch Davis Center.
There you go.
That was one of our rehearsal spots when we came back from Cali the first time. Yeah.
What was that place called? What's the name of it?
The Enoch Davis Center. It's
nice.
like a center. It's like a center that helps the community.
Yeah.
And they had a little stage in there. Had a little platform for us to get up on the stage. And back then, you know, we were doing our steps, getting it right.
Man, memories right there, boy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's when most started first practicing with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Enoch.
So you said when you guys got back from California, so that sounded like you were signed already.
No, not yet.
Okay.
No, we weren't signed at that time, but we had a guy that brought us out to Alvin Brown and Michael Harris. They brought us out to California.
Football player.
Yeah. And they brought us out to California because he was starting a record label called Godfather Records.
Okay.
And he wanted us to be a part of. We actually met Al in Chicago one time at a late night at one of these places you can go and get breakfast. And we met him. We sang for him. He was like, me and my partner, we started a label out in LA. We want y'all to come out. So we went out there. We were there for, I think, almost a year and a half, close to 2 years.
Gotcha.
Break it down. Break it down. Who Michael Harris was, man.
Okay. Michael Harris. We didn't know at the time, but we later on found out that he was the boss Harry O. I don't know if you've heard of his story before.
Harry O.
Yeah, Harry O.
Definitely heard about that. Wow.
Yes. So he was starting a record label, Godfather Records, at that time, and which later on he gave Suge money to start Death Row. And so that's how Suge got Death Row started, through Michael.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is Michael still with us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Now, so what was your marketing strategy as a group back then before you got noticed? How did you guys market yourself?
I would say all of us lead sang. That's one thing about us. Each one of us had the ability to get out there, sing, and while somebody else covered their note. Yeah, we've always been like that.
Yeah.
And I want to add to it. At that time, it wasn't many groups out. We had New Edition or New Kids on the Block, but we really favored Earth, Wind, and Fire. We really favored a lot of the older groups that interchange with vocals, strong vocals.
Yeah.
You know, the Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, and the Whispers.
Yeah.
See, we wanted the microphone on when we went to sing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There was no lip sync.
No.
Nor auto tunes.
No.
Oh no. Oh God.
It was just natural with a little bit of effects. That whole
that was it. A little bit of reverb. That's it.
Yes, a little bit of reverb. Oh man, that's dope. So you guys are the real deal. So sing right now. I'm just joking. Joking. Maybe
now, see, back in the day, we hit it real. We'd have been on top of it.
I know. Okay, now people watch movies like The 5 Heartbeats and they see how they rise, then they see how they kind of like, you know, have a little bit of disputes, whatever. Have you guys ever had any disputes? And if you did, was it anything that you ever had on stage where the crowd actually saw it happening?
You know what?
No, but you know, it's like brothers, man. You know, brothers.
Hold on, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No,
going up for you guys. Welcome to the show. We have Special Generation. Who we have on the line?
Oh, yo, it's Sedan, the God of Sound. Hello, Special Generation.
What's going on?
What's up? What's good? What's good? What's good?
Can you hear them, Sedan?
No, I can't hear anything. I'm sorry.
They just said, "What's good? What's good?" Do you have a question for them?
What's good? What's good? Yo, all I want to know is how did you keep going to, you know what I'm saying, get to the level that you are? Because I'm happy at my level. I just want to get to your level.
Right.
Okay.
We kept God first. We kept God first in everything we did.
Yeah. I mean, we had to go through that Chitlin route, that Chitlin circuit.
That Chitlin circuit. Oh yeah.
And I mean, this is before the Instagrams and all that. We basically was out there meeting babies and hugging program directors and really putting our feet on the pavement, because that's important. Yeah. People want to know, are you real about this? You know, and you come to find that those relationships you built will come back tenfold if you stay in the business long enough. You know, I mean, we were just fortunate enough to have I would say a space in this universe to allow us to meet, to go out and get on the road. You feel me? And we did that. Driving a Dynasty, a van,
yeah. So
but I could say, man, it allowed us to build good rapport with people. You'll come
never
to find
give up.
out if you don't give up.
Because you never know, that next day could have been the day that it happened for you. You know what I'm saying?
So Sedan, they said basically hard work, Chitlin circuit. They kept God first. Did you hear them talking? Oh, I think we lost Sedan. So
but he probably hit it from the playback.
Just like you've been here, and I enjoy my place in the world, but I want to get to your place in the world, and I appreciate you. Thank you for spreading your knowledge. Thank you very much.
Oh, for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. There you have it. That was Sedan, the God of Sound. He's an artist that frequents the show. For those of you that just tuned in, we have Special Generation on. Big shout out to Javian McVadian. I'm horrible with names, but I think he knows you guys, and he is saying, "Hey, what's good, guys? Go to the show."
What's up?
All right, good. So now you guys did that Chitlin circuit, which I try to tell artists nowadays, you know, you can create your own tour. All you have to do is contact people, pack your car up, and just start driving. You know, but people hide behind the internet thinking that's going to get them noticed when there are billions of people on the internet every day. So what advice would you have for them? Like, what should they do?
You know,
I would say know your craft, know every aspect of your craft. From the internet, from sales, from how many points. You got to know, from videos to contracts. Just
know your business.
It's so much knowledge out there about the business that I think it's if we don't take a hold of that and use it for, you know, to your advantage, then you're doing yourself a terrible disfavor. Because I mean, just like you said, the internet is billions of people, so it's billions of content out there. And when we go and find, like, say I want to know how to license a sample.
Okay.
You know, instead of going to pay somebody, why don't I pick up? It's right there. You can get on the internet right there, and it'll tell you exactly how to clear it and everything. And you know, instead of going to pay somebody. So I'm a firm believer in, if I can do it myself, I'll do it myself. Yeah.
And I like that, Quet. I would say this as an artist. The internet can kind of confuse you from what's real and what's not, because focus on what you can do locally first.
Yes.
Make sure that you're huge in your own city. and there's a demand for you. There was a demand for us in our own city.
Yeah,
we had to make sure that people knew who we were because of our hard work.
Gotcha.
You can't get confused on the internet. It has so much. So in order to be that sustainable artist, you want to be able to put out an album and people remember that first album.
Yes.
So, you know, that's why I used to like when MySpace first came out. I was able to, I was able to put zip codes just to make sure I can flood the gates for all those certain zip codes or certain areas. So that's what we did. I think it takes time.
Gotcha.
So start locally, build from there, and start opening and more in your region. You'll start seeing people start recognizing. It's like back in the day when there were mixtapes.
Yes.
You go to that college, you get on that college ground and you pass out that mixtape. That still works.
Yeah.
People are people. People are people. There are people still playing CDs.
Yeah.
But they don't have MP3 players.
Yeah.
So you gotta,
I just bought a new car and the damn thing doesn't come with a CD player. I was like,
right.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, where's the CD player? They said it doesn't come with one. I was like, what do you mean?
Right.
I got a ton of CDs.
I got a whole bunch of CDs, man.
No more, you very seldom can find an actual CD in a store now.
Yeah. Now,
everything is streaming and downloads.
Now, Kendrick touched on something, and you guys touched on something when I asked you about the internet as opposed to just getting out and start doing marketing. Do you think a artist should demand a astronomical amount of money if they don't have a buzz? Like you said, get your neighborhood back in you first. Create a buzz. Sure. What if they don't have a buzz and they're doing the show? Do you think they have the right to ask for a lot of money from a promoter?
Oh, as far as the show, I thought you meant as far as like a bonus from the record label.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Well, for a promoter to ask for an astronomical amount of money, and you don't have a buzz, so what is your part? What is your part of the whole deal? You know, they hire the artist to bring in people. You know, that's who brings in the crowd. So if you don't have a crowd, then why am I going to pay you X amount of dollars? You know? I'll give you a chance and I'll let you open up for somebody that I paid to bring in. But other than that, you know, it's you got to bring something to the table. Yeah,
because we did that. We opened up for a little bit. I mean, we opened up. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Oh man, Delise LaSalle, Millie Jackson.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We Cameo.
Betty Wright. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Now, some people feel it's just the opposite. Marquette, they feel that the promoter should bring all the people, and they should get paid off of the promoter bringing the people. So I just wanted to hear your guys.
Well, once again, you're right. That's right. A promoter is supposed to promote the show, but his job stops like after radio and after putting feet on the ground with flyers.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's who's gonna contact person to person. Do you have your people? Your friend is going to tell a friend, going to tell a friend, going to tell a friend. Because the promoter is only going to tell so many people because he's putting out all the dough. So if I'm putting out all the dough, I shouldn't have to get out there and go and bring in more people because you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It shake hands. So if an artist, look, when you're an artist, I think you should always be hungry. So it's if you don't have it, you should stay hungry till you get it. And even when you get it, you got to stay hungry or you're going to lose it. Believe me, because there's somebody working, when you're sleeping, somebody working just as hard to take your spot.
Or harder.
Or hard. So when an artist gets a chance to open up a show, hey, we used to do shows for free all the time, you know, because we felt that was a part of the game, you know, when in order to be in the game. You got to play it.
Yeah.
Now,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, a lot of radio stations expect you to come and do something for free.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, and I think a lot of artists are not really taught right. You can't read everything you see on the internet because reality is you have to be a brand. You have to have certain value.
Yes.
What they do now, what a lot of artists don't know, is that they have what they call a rider, or they have what they call a selling thing that's given to promoters to kind of figure out what kind of package or show I want to put together.
Yes.
So like what we would do is have our price, who we as an artist, and we would fax that into agents. And that agent would deal with the booking and the promoters. So you know, and it's up to them whether or not they'll go for our price.
Nice, you know? Nice.
But see, but Ken's speaking from a special generation, you know, because we had records out. But for that local artist that don't have that buzz, he can't do the same thing, unfortunately. You know what I mean? We had to work to get to where we are. And I know my brothers can attest to, we spent countless and countless of hours, and we went through trials and tribulations to get to where we are. So we paid the dues to be able to say, okay, we're sending out our writer to our agent and bam. But the young guy who is just getting started, who don't know, you know, who don't have that, then it's best to, it's networking. You know, it's networking. It's building your, like Ken said, building your brand. You have to network with people in order to bring people in, you know?
Man, listen, you guys are giving some great advice, and I really appreciate it because, like I said, this is an indie artist-based show, and they are tuned in, listening, taking notes. What was your first song as a group together? He's laughing.
I see I quit smiling.
Release.
Hey, look, was it Charity, y'all? Charity?
Oh, man.
You know about our first song, or you talking about our first song on the radio?
No, bro, not signed. As a group, you guys together working. What was the first song, man? Think back.
I think it was Charity.
Charity, yeah. And then I think we did a Coke commercial too back then. Remember that, kid?
Yeah.
Coke is it? Coke is it? Oh man.
Oh wait. So
sensation is sweeping. Yeah, that was it.
So you guys made a song for a Coke commercial, but
we did
a commercial, or just a commercial.
We was ahead of our time, man.
Oh, that's dope, bro.
Yeah.
So did you guys ever do the Coke commercial, or that never panned out?
We did a Pepsi commercial.
So you guys were thinking ahead of time, like, we're gonna do this and all that. What prompted you to think about that marketing so far in advance? Who did you see in a Coke commercial back then? I'm trying to think.
New Edition.
Oh, it was New Edition. There you go.
I think they had just came out with one. Yeah, Catch the Wave or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Tyrese and Michael, they were after. Like,
they were after. Yeah,
they were after.
That's right. Tyrese had the one on the bus. I forgot about that.
On the bus. That was dope. All right. So your first song is Charity. Who wrote the song? How'd you come up with it?
Ooh, he going back.
Yeah, man. I told you. I'll take it back. I want people to hear from the beginning to where you guys at now. That's how we do it here. DJC.
Oh, man.
AJ,
did you write that?
Huh?
Didn't AJ?
wrote that?
Either AJ or Mo wrote it, because remember Mo was helping us write back then. You know,
that's right. He wasn't even in the group.
He wasn't in the group, but he was helping us write. Yeah,
well, I think. When I say AJ, I'm gonna say when I say AJ used to be in the group when we went to LA and all that stuff before. AJ was a member of the group, but he didn't make the final cut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So AJ was a part of the group, but he didn't make it.
Yeah, he was Mr. Solo.
He was Mr. Solo all the time.
Oh, I hope AJ ain't watching this. He gonna be mad. He said,
that's my boy. But he know he was Solo.
That's our boy. He found me, man. He found me.
He know what's the guy in the 5 Heartbeats? Nights like this,
brother, ain't it? What is his name? I forget his name.
Oh my God.
Yo, y'all crazy.
Yo, I met him. He's a wild dude in person, for real. But I see him in the streets of New York City all the time.
Wow.
Yeah. So we got Special Generation. Big shout out to my man Johnny Jury Mowaka Crawford from New Zealand. Check it out. Right here on DJCRadio. That's
I think we got a royalty check from New Zealand, didn't we?
Yeah.
Nice. So I guess these are one of the people that helped you get that royalty check.
Yeah.
Now, let's move forward, guys. How were you discovered to get the record deal? Who discovered you?
What, you got that?
Yeah. Well, when we came back from Cali the first time, once again we went back to what we knew, and that was rehearsing. And
smart.
A good friend of ours, Ernest Gibbons, he played for the Houston Oilers then. I think there's something else now.
Tennessee Titans, baby.
Yes, Tennessee Titans now. That's right.
Yeah.
So he had went to one of Hammer's shows in Texas, and he had told Hammer about us. and he asked Hammer when he came to when he came to Tampa, if we could open up the show.
Okay.
And Ham was like, yeah, sure. And so when Ham came there, he was running a little bit late. So we didn't get a chance to, he had to go right on stage. We didn't get a chance to open up his show for it was Budweiser Superfest.
Oh, wow.
And,
I used to love those. Okay.
Yeah. And so we didn't get a chance to open up for him. So he told us to come back to the hotel room after the show and everything, just come hang out with him. And so we went to hang out and we started singing, because that's what we always did.
Nice.
And so as we were singing, one of the road managers, Craig Brooks, he told Big Lou, which was Hammer's brother, about it. So they both in the room while we singing stuff. And then Big Lou picked up the phone and called Hammer and said, "Get down here, man. You need to come hear these guys. These guys sound really good."
Wow.
And he was like, "What guys? And he told him the guys that came to the show to meet us, And so he came down. And when he came down, he could hear the harmonies coming through the door. So as soon as he walked in, he walked right up to us, and he was asking if we could sing like the Mercy Mercy Me record, Marvin Gaye, because we did Help the Children with that one. He asked about Have You Seen Her That Night, and then a couple of other ones he asked about, Dance Machine. And so he was like, "Look, I'm putting together my next album." He said, "I want y'all to be on it. Do y'all mind coming? Would y'all come on the road?" And we was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Can y'all lead at night?" We was like, shoot, let's go say bye to our families and we ready to go, And so he was like, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'll be in a week, I'll be in Albany, Georgia. Y'all just meet me there and y'all get on the road with us." And so my sister and her boyfriend packed us all up in the van.
Nice.
And drove us out to Albany, Georgia. I remember that particular night too, because we did Help the Children, Summer Dance Machine, and it was another one that we did. And when Hammer called us the next morning, you remember which one it was?
Talking about On Your Face?
Yeah, On Your Face.
Yeah.
And so so Hammer the next morning he called, he said, "Okay, did y'all get a chance to, sing singing one of the songs?" We was like, "Man, we did all of them." He's like, "What? All of them?" He was like, "Yeah." So he went down and heard them all. He was like, "Wow." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Look, I'm putting together a label. I want y'all to be the first group off the label." Go ahead, Ken.
Let me add something to that.
Okay.
We did the recording on a tour bus.
Yes.
And the person who recorded us was Felton Pilot from Confunction.
Yes.
What?
Yeah. So he already knew notes. The moment we went off, he was like, "That's not the note. That's not the note. Ken, I need you to get on the note."
Some of the notes.
Oh.
Some of the notes. but look.
So Mr. Felton Pilot, goddamn it.
Felton Pilot. But we knew Felton from before we met Hammer.
Okay.
Because I forgot who brought us out to Cali, but somebody else brought us out to Cali to get in the studio with Felton. Yeah. And that was our first introductory to him. And then, as a matter of fact, when we were singing at the hotel that night, who comes walking past the door? And it was Felton. He heard us and he stopped and he came back like,
"Wow."
Felton. And I was like, "Oh shoot, it's Felton." We hadn't seen him in years.
Wow.
Yeah, it's small world. It's a small world,
The stories. I love the stories, man. So you guys were the first group that MC Hammer signed on his label?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that because I had Sweet LD on from Oaktown 357 and we were chopping up
Male group.
Gotcha.
Yes. Let me change. Yeah. LD, it was LD and Tab, us and B. And then came Ho Frat Ho and One Cause, One Effect. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2020 is hindsight. Was it a good deal that you guys signed with, or was it like back in the days?
I would say it was a good deal for our worth at what we negotiated was a good deal at the time, because when you think it's when you go in major or really put on a platform, we had to look at what we brought and we had to look at what we can offer. What would be our risk? We knew we were good in the small states, but getting put on a platform of them having to press up 100,000 copies to 50,000 copies, we had to weigh our options. So it was, nice. I would say it was a lucrative deal for where we were as the first contract. Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, was that the only contract that you guys signed, or did you guys sign some more contracts afterwards? Or was that the only contract that you guys signed that put out all your music?
Yes, it was a deal between Capitol Records. Busted was our label.
Oh,
yeah,
nice. Nice.
So we got the gusto on the first shot. We got the big one on the first shot. Yeah,
that's what's up. So all of the like royalties and things worked out to this day.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Beautiful.
We you know, back then there's more avenues now, and more avenues with the streaming and there's a performance thing now. So we actually pretty much, I mean, it was good. It was good. Nothing but smooth sailing. We got on the when we got on the road, especially, you know, between making show money, you know, and then having, you know, your residuals waiting for you, you know, it was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, listen, I really thank God for that, because you hear some horror stories back in the days, and I'm glad that you're like one of the first artists that I had on the show that signed contracts back in the 90s that know where your royalties are going and continually getting them right now. So that's dope. So we have Marquette still on. I think we lost Kendrick and Fernando. I'm trying to get. Yeah, I don't know. I can't
see either one.
See you. Yeah, I could definitely hear you. Try to leave out and come back in. So we took it from the beginning. You know, like you guys brought us up to date. The song "Spark of Love." Nia Long was in that video, right?
Yes.
How did that happen? Did you guys have any doing in that, or was that like the record label? And how was it working with her?
Well, Nia wasn't big at that time.
Okay,
so,
gotcha.
Yeah, this was her start too. You know what I mean? So we actually they had sent another girl to the video set.
Okay.
And she showed up with a cast on her arm.
Oh Lord.
And thank you. He's like, well, who, you know, we can't do that. You know, that's not, doesn't look right. It's not presentable for us, you know? And so, so they made a quick call to a few people, agencies, I guess, in LA. Okay. So that was the label side, and they made a few calls, and Nia came, and a few other ones came too. Mary Mari, who else? There's a few other girls in that video that, like I said, this was before Mary Mari was on Urkel and all that, Family Matters and all that. And then and Nia, I don't think Nia hadn't even done Boys in the Hood at that time, so she was like, that was her first. That was our first. Yeah, her first gig like that.
So this video was like a come up for her.
Yes. Yeah. It was fun. I mean, it was fun to shoot it. You know, it was fun. We all got along. It was, I mean, we good. And like her Nia's grandma lived down here in St. Pete and in the Pink Street. So Nia would come down here from time to time, and we would hook up and hang out. Because we always remain friends after that, you know. Nice. So all the girls. Yeah.
That's what's up. We have Kendrick back, and he's a little bit upside down. We're gonna have to fix him. Kendrick, can you hear me? Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Welcome back to the show, man. Internet is crazy like that. So, guys,
y'all got Fernando back, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fernando too.
I was just telling. He was asking about Nia, and the video "Spark of Love." You know, Felton actually wrote that song as well. Felton Pilot.
Yes. All right. So, what is Special Generation doing 2021, brothers? Tell us about what you guys got going, how we can support your new stuff, or are you doing shows? Tell us what's going on.
Go ahead, Ken. Ken, you got it? Chip.
Yeah. Well, we just released this new song we did called "I Can't Help Myself," and it's a really good record. We're still at the works because of the pandemic. Yeah. We're now getting out of that pandemic, so now we're going to be able to put some promotion behind it. And we're looking forward for it to hit radio right now. So, man, we're just happy to be back in the studio, man. This new record is hot, you know.
Tell them about your records, Ken. You got your records too. Tell them about your records too, Ken.
Oh yeah. Well, I released this. Yeah, I released a record, "Baby Don't Lie to Me," which, man, I was shocked with how a lot of lot of our fans really embraced it. It's an old soulful R&B tune I did, man.
That's what we need.
Just to show that we still loving the art of music, man.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You know, and it's really doing some good things, man. Good things.
That's what's up.
In the meantime, we just released one. Fernando too just really dropped the record.
So Just a Memory. I released that thing. It's on all platforms. Fernando Allen. Y'all go check that out. And I got another one coming called Red Ferrari. That will drop next week sometime, the 30th. It's called Red Ferrari. So, like I said, I'm trying to hang on with my brothers, man. Them talented brothers over there. I'm trying to do my thing too. You know?
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything solo, my queen?
Yeah.
I'm dropping the I did a cover of Michael Jackson's "Lady in My Life."
Okay.
That I'll be dropping. I'll be dropping it probably first week in October. I'm waiting till after Fernando.
Okay, that's what's up. Now you guys have solo projects together separately. Do you guys have anything as a group coming back out?
Yes, we have a few other tracks as a group. What we wanted to do was do our track as our group, and then go off and do, it's for content. These days, everything is about content.
Yeah.
So we want to do our individuals, come back as a group, do that one, go as individuals. So we just wanted to build content for ourselves.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Man, listen, I really enjoyed this. I want you guys
because we have actually.
Go ahead, Kendrick.
No, I was going to say that we actually have a few songs that we've already recorded. But like you said, in this day and time, releasing singles is the way to go.
Yes.
So we have to make sure we have every single that we drop with enough promotion and, like I said, radio and everything. So we can't wait to release the second one, but we still want to hammer on that first one that we dropped.
Yes.
So
beautiful.
Those that listening, stream. I can't help myself.
I can't help myself. That's it. Special generation.
Special generation.
Special generation. That's what I want to hear. I have one more last question, and that is it. Nowadays that you guys are putting out music, how is it different than when you guys were putting it out back in the days? Is it like easier for you, harder? What do you guys think?
I think back then we had people doing it for us.
Okay.
So we had a lot of people doing everything for us. The music, everything. But now, Marquette producing music. I mean, we're all writing it, and we're putting it out. So it's, that's my take on it. That's Go ahead.
I think I think you can get lost in the shuffle. Because back in the day, at least, a record label, if they wanted to sign you, they signed you, and it was a few other groups on the label, and you had choice people that were out. They they had time to put your project together, put it out. Yeah. But nowadays, I can do a song tonight, tomorrow it can be on the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a lot more competition now.
Yes.
Especially because you can't release like that. I mean, I think at one point Drake was dropping one every week. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's no rules to the game anymore.
Yes.
It's evolving. Music is evolving.
Yes.
What about you, Kendrick?
Right. I just don't, for me, I think it's a bit harder because you're not really allowing those people that are good at certain traits, marketing, promotion. We grew up in an age when we had artist grooming, teaching us how to sit at a table and do a right interview, how to be interviewed, what to wear. We're missing allowing those workers that really graduated and knew what they were doing in those markets. So now I got to become Mr. Marketer, and now I got to become Mr. Graphics. You really don't have to, but it's so convoluted. It makes it harder for a lot of the great, the talents to be heard, to really be acknowledged. I take a lot of value in records. We used to read the credits.
Yes.
Used to see what you look forward to that.
Yes. So, who did this? Who wrote this?
Yeah. I think what we present as from what we know, I think that's what we're gonna stick to. Still having the covers still having that ingredients in the content about who we are. We're just going to stick to our lane, and I think that'll make us feel great with sticking to what we know how to do. So
taking it back to the foundation. Perfect case in point is my man. Who is that rapper that wasn't groomed to do proper interviews, and he said something that offended the LGBT?
Oh yes,
yeah, like I was like, how would they let him say that? Like, who was on his team? You know, like what the hell's going on? But
if you have a team, though, it's best to keep a team that's of like mind. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that want to see you prosper and want to see you succeed, because sometimes you can get somebody that don't know nothing either, and then you making a mistake like that, which can cost you sometimes your career.
Definitely, yeah. I was just going back to what Kendrick said. Have people that specialize in that do it for you. Like, you can't do everything. I know this old brain was here before computers, so I wasn't born into computers. So we're trying to put out music, do the graphics, do the promotion, do the marketing, do the mixing.
That's what we know.
I gotta go to sleep. But like, baby, listen.
Exactly. somebody got a Tylenol.
It's too much. I'm like, it's too much. But then we got the kids born into this shit. They'll be just doing it all day, but no problem.
It's nothing to them. You're right.
Nah,
it's nothing.
Yeah. But it loses that substance though.
You're right.
You're right.
You don't feel it. You know, we were able to get in the studio with Gerald Levert and the old, Eddie Senior.
Eddie Senior.
And
the Rule Boys, Joe Little.
You hear the music, you hear the sound, and they drop that on a 2-inch tape. The sound quality, the feeling. That's why we embrace the old school.
Steve Russell, true.
That's right.
It's crazy. So that's like nowadays we are a what's that saying? Jack of many trades, master
of none, master of none. Jack of all trades, master of none.
There you go. That's what it is. We just doing too much. But listen,
you're right.
We got like 9 or 10 hats on.
Exactly.
That's like that movie that Cube did, and the guy with Nia. Nia was in that movie too. The second one. Are we there yet? The guy sold him his hat. The guy sold him his house. Same guy did his electric. The same guy did it was his lawyer. The same, he wore all these hats, and all he had to do is say, "Wait a minute, you can't talk to that person." Wait a minute. He go to his back, go to his trunk. He get another hat out, put that on. Now you're talking to that person.
Exactly,
so many hats.
It's tough out here, but the main issue with artists nowadays is we don't have that money to pay all those people to do those different jobs for us. So that's why the indie artist is like a struggle, man. But is it anything that we didn't cover, man? Like I want to.
But it still goes back to knowing your craft.
Yes,
because if that's a part of your business, then anything that's a part of your business, you need to know it.
Yes.
What
I don't like is when the artist starts slacking on their creativity and their lyrics and their songwriting because they're worrying about the business and marketing,
everything else. Yeah,
and that's why the labels back in the day had this person, like Ken said, had this person to cover it, this person to cover it, so the artist didn't have to worry about anything but writing those lyrics,
in
getting
that studio
together, and performing in studio.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it. That was our job.
Is it anything that you want to tell the world?
So
go ahead, Kendrick.
I want to add piggyback up that real quick. To that starving artist, that person that, if you dig hard enough, you'll find interns and young millennials that are learning this stuff now.
Yes.
And build your team. Because it's more to just music than just music. It's about having the right team. We had God and we had the right team.
Beautiful.
We had people that worked while we were sleeping. They were trying to figure out what else I could put these guys on. What other radio station that can play their record. Let me just go take the album up there and see if they'll play it.
Yes.
And we didn't even ask for that favor.
Yeah.
So it's about finding that small team.
That was a blessing.
Make your small team. It can
That'll
be 3
work
people.
For you. Yeah.
Teamwork. It can be somebody who just knows how to tweet. I don't know how to tweet. I don't know how to tweet, but guess what? My friend knows how to tweet.
Yes. Yes.
There you go.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
they say teamwork makes the dream
so
work.
valuable.
That's the truth, man. But it is so hard to find a good team.
Right.
I speak to artists all the time. It is so hard for them to find a good team because people come in and have different egos and different things, values. They think they should take the whole damn group over because they came in, posted.
I think you need to find somebody just as hungry as you are. You know what I mean? And if you're not that hungry, then you need to find somebody that's not that hungry. Because if you get with somebody that's hungry and you're not that hungry, it's not going to work. It's not going to vibe. But if you're hungry and they're hungry, y'all going to go get that bread together. Absolutely.
You going to go get it.
Oh, yeah.
That's the truth.
Oh, yeah.
It's the truth. Now, listen, once again, song that you guys have out before we leave so the people out here could know what's to look for Special Generation. What's the name of that song again?
I Can't Help Myself.
Special Generation.
Special Generation.
Out 2021, 2020?
2020.
2020. Yeah.
I Can't Help Myself. Special Generation. Is there anything that we didn't cover, guys, that you want us to know? Anything?
No, it was a great interview. I know that.
Thank you so much, man. I like to say
great interview, brother. We just want to thank you guys for having us, man, and thank BD. We want to thank Jeff for putting us, hooking us up with you guys, man. We just look forward to this, man. This is what we love and enjoy.
Nice.
Yeah.
So talking to good people, man, and spreading the word, it go. Yeah. Go ahead.
But we didn't cover. What we didn't say is that, we did all the backgrounds on Please Hammer Don't Hurt 'Em, MC Hammer, You Can't Touch This, Have You Seen Her?
Okay.
Grammy Award winning. Oh, we won a Grammy for that. We won a Grammy for that.
Nice.
Song of the year.
Song of the year. You Can't Touch This. That's your boys right here on this platform right now.
Right.
Man, just doing that, we didn't really cover that, but I just want people to know, if you want to go get it, you can go get it.
That's what's up. Just never give up, man.
Never give up, man, because if you want it, you'll go get it.
Oh yeah.
Moving over. Oh man,
I see the Grammy there, quick.
Oh, that go right there. That Grammy go right there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So that was for which song again? You Can't Touch
This.
So you guys did the background vocals for that?
Oh man.
Wow.
All of it.
Dope. Oh man, thank you once again, Grammy Award winners, not just nominated.
Damn, there you go.
Winners. Generation was live on DJCRadio Global. I thank you for gracing this platform. This is going to go on our local channel and Fire TV, Amazon. So if you guys have that, check out DJC TV in a week or two, and this will be up. Okay?
Definitely.
Perfect. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, man.
God bless.
You, man.
Okay. Everybody that tuned in, thank you so much for